Hey everyone, my name is Al. Welcome to my channel, Kindred Souls of Brooklyn. And I'm just out walking around. You guys know yesterday, the other day, it was actually my last day at Disney for a while, and we're moving over to Sarasota. So I'm just kind of out. I typically walk 5 to 10 miles a day, normally at Disney, so I'm trying to keep up the same pace. So I'm over here on Highway 192, kind of near Wide World of Sports, and right near Celebration. And I just happened to come across something that, I guess obviously everybody knows this kind of thing, but you know, the homeless situation in and around Florida is probably, I don't know, I guess it's no worse than anywhere else, but in a way I guess it's worse in a sense that a lot of homeless people come down to Florida because it obviously doesn't snow, and there's a lot of tourists here. You can kind of blend in, but you know, when you come around, if you come to the parks and you stay at the resorts, you're obviously not seeing much of this, but you'd really be surprised if you drive literally 5 minutes from Disney Springs, 5 minutes from Celebration, not even 5 minutes from Celebration. I'm here at the corner of International Drive and 192, and there's people out there asking for money. They're selling their artworks, and it's very, very sad because, you know, the average trip for a family coming down to Florida now has got to be around $5,000. So you think about people coming in here, and I've done it myself. People come down here and they spend $3.50 for a Coca-Cola like it's nothing, $4 for a bottle of Dasani. And here's these people on the corner, and you know, you have it in every city, but I just guess it's kind of like the old thing, you can't look behind the curtain. But I just was walking past Walgreens, and one of the people came up to me and actually started talking to me and telling me some of the things, and I actually had a conversation with the person, and just had to ask a couple of questions. I mean, one of the things that they do is something called urban camping, and urban camping is basically they pitch a tent and they have this little village over there, and they just now it seems that a place where they do it around here is Highway 535, which is near Disney Springs, and that seems to be a place where they have a bunch of tents over there. They do it here too near Celebration, but it's just kind of like, it's something that's very eye-opening, and it's very sad. I mean, these are people's children, their wives, their husbands, their daughters, their sons, their cousins, and a lot of these people are estranged from their families, and most of these people, from what I could gather, is they're addicted. They're what they call cross-addicted. They're addicted to alcohol, they're addicted to drugs, they're addicted to, a lot of them have PTSD. There's so many myriads of situations, and according to some of the people who you meet along the way, because you go into Publix and you'll see them, and they're regulars. There's a lot of people here. One guy down this Celebration, they call him the Cowboy, and he's been around for years, and he'll just straight up tell you, he's an urban camper. A lot of them, what they say is they do like the bird bath, which means they go into a Walgreens or into a Publix, which I guess, with the situation being what it is with health in the world today, it kind of makes you think twice about, you got to be very careful going into a situation like that, into a Walgreens or a Publix, because, no offense to the people who are out there doing it, but it's just that, God forbid, they have something, and they you could go to your children or something like that. It's just something to think about. It's food for thought. But it's just, I don't know, I just find it so strange and so sad to be in the midst of so much beauty. And of course, I come from Brooklyn. I went to school in Manhattan. I mean, what could be more pretty than going to Manhattan or going to some of these nice places in Brooklyn, like the pier, or going down to near the Brooklyn Bridge? But it's a sad reality of life. But a lot of people come down to Disney and SeaWorld and Universal, and they really don't see that part of it. And these people spend a lot of time at the bus stations. I mean, we have people, I'm not there right now, but we had a lot of people who used to come to Disney, and we'd have to check. They'd come in with suitcases, and they'd have their entire life in that suitcase. So I don't know what the answer is. I mean, I really don't know the answer, but I just guess it's something that you come down, and if you drive around Florida, you're going to see it. It's not the Emerald City by any stretch of the imagination. Florida, Orlando is a very, very real city. Kissimmee is a very real city. According to some of the people, there's really not a lot of homeless shelters in Kissimmee, but they do say the police generally leave them alone. one of the people was actually telling me that typically if they get arrested for vagrancy, they could be inside in jail for maybe up to about a month, depending on what the situation is. And I asked them, I said, well, is that really bad? I mean, at least you're getting a shower, at least you're getting 3 square meals a day. And they're like, yeah, well, it's not bad in one way, but then obviously it's dangerous, and there could be fights in there, and sometimes there's not a lot of compassion. But the same goes for all these pitch tents, these homeless villages that are set up all around the area here. It's very dangerous in there, and a lot of people are afraid to go to homeless shelters. And some of the people I was talking to, they said they've gotten robbed multiple times. They sleep with their sneakers under them. So for money, a lot of them will panhandle on the corners. But one of the people I spoke to just recently, when I went here to Walgreens, was actually selling a bicycle on the corner. And so she does more treasure hunting. So some people do that. I mean, some people still have pride. I mean, they say the hardest thing in the world is to have to beg for money or beg for something. So these people, they're real people, and they've got real issues, and they've got real problems. And, I don't have the answers. It seems like nobody's got the answer to it. But, I just thought, I'm here walking around, and, obviously if people were asked, is there homeless in Florida? Obviously people are going to say yes. But, it tends to be, Orlando tends to be the Emerald City, and we know that's Seattle, really. Well, we know it's the Wizard of Oz, but the nickname for Seattle is the Emerald City. But we often think of Orlando as the city beautiful, and we come down here, and God knows, before I moved down here, I came down here sometimes twice a year, and it's not something that you tend to look for and you tend to see. But as time went on, and I knew we were going to move down here, more and more I started just to take rides, and I wanted to know the neighborhoods. I wanted to go to the malls. I wanted to be a part of the community, and it was very eye-opening. And because again, you have this idyllic feeling of Orlando, and you think it's it's castles and it's rainbows and it's characters and it's smiles and good times, and it's not really what it's about. So I don't know if there's any real purpose to this video other than the fact of, a lot of you out there probably going to say, well, obviously it's a city, there's going to be homeless there. But I just guess part of the shock is that how close it really is to the parks, to all these areas where people come and go. And it's just kind of a very sad thing. I mean, it's, we could build the castle, we could fashion these amazing theme parks, but yet we can't seem to find an answer for the homeless situation. And, as I said before, a lot of these people have post-traumatic stress disorder. They've got more disorders than we could really name right here. So a lot of them really can't hold a job, or a lot of them don't want to be in a home or in a situation. They just want to be free. They want to live. They want to do a lot of the things that we want to do. And, and some of them do. I mean, like I said, they have to survive on the streets. They spend their life, a lot of them were saying that, Chick-fil-A, it's not open on Sunday. So, of course, anywhere there's a Chick-fil-A, most of them have the outdoor benches. So that's a great thing. So what it comes down to is they move around day by day, and they figure out, if it's raining, they're going to go here. If it's hot, you're going to go maybe more to something else. So it's about survival. It's, these streets could be mean streets. You think of mean streets, you think of Chicago, you think of New York, you think of, some of these areas in Brooklyn, some of these areas in the Bronx, but there's mean streets everywhere. Let me tell you, Orange Blossom Trail near the Florida Mall, you name it, and it happens on the trail. So, I don't know. It's just something, food for thought. I'm here. I was actually working on another video, and I just happened to walk up, and I just was passing this, and I'm going to head back home now. There's a show on the Mets on, and I want to see on the 86 Mets. I'm going to go check that out. So anyway, you guys, it's just something I wanted to do, and in passing, I love you guys. And I guess all I could say is if you have somebody in your family like that, try to reach out to them. Try to keep them off the streets. I know it can be a very daunting situation, especially when sometimes they're taking your stuff and they're not doing the right thing. But I don't know. I guess nobody really knows the answer. And like I said, I don't really know the purpose of this video other than to just, maybe let you guys know that these people are out there. And I don't know, Maybe when you're on your way to your $200 dinner, maybe you want to throw them $1, I don't know, to at least help them eat something that day or something. But I love you guys. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video. This is Al signing off from Highway 192 right near Celebration. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.